Hi, welcome. Now I am going to create a cumulative distribution for a set of data. Okay, the data what I have is about 25 students and their respective marks scored in a particular subject. Okay, so what I need to have here is the cumulative distribution of the marks. Okay, so it is something like I want the marks less than or equal to 20 marks. How many students scored less than or equal to 20 marks. Then how many students scored less than or equal to 40 marks. How many students scored less than or equal to 60 marks, and how many students scored less than or equal to 80 marks, and finally less than or equal to 100 marks. It's supposed to be a total number of students here. Okay, in other words, for this case less than or equal to 20 marks, how many marks lie between 1 to 20. Okay, similarly this one is how many marks lie between the count of marks lie between 1 to 40. So this 40 also includes the previous interval. Okay, so because the interval increases from the lower bound is fixed, but only the upper bound is changing. Okay, now how can I going to count the cumulative distribution? Okay, I'm going to use the count if function. Okay, why count if function? Count function will count all the records. Count if function will count only when the if condition is true. Okay, for a frequency distribution we used a count ifs function. It's a plural ifs. Why it is plural ifs? Because we are considering the lower bound as well as the upper bound, but in this case we have only one condition, which is the only the upper bound. As long as upper bound satisfies, then we want to count, because lower bound we didn't restrict anything. Okay, because the lower bound from the least mark onwards. Okay, so how can we do this one? Okay, before that what I want to do is that I want to name this range to marks. Okay, how can I name this range to marks? I just select all the marks, then right click, go to define name it marks. Okay, it's already giving the header marks, just fine. I just click it marks. Why do we want to name it this range? Because we are going to refer this data set again and again in the calculation and the formulas. Okay, so it is better if you name it, then we just refer the name instead of the range. It makes the formula more readable, as well as when you drag the formula relatively, the range won't change relatively, it will stay. Okay, the name will stay and refer the same set of values. Okay, so how can I do this one? I'll go equal to count if. Okay, count if has two arguments, which is range and criteria. Okay, both the arguments put together will make one condition. Okay, that is the if condition. Okay, so this is only one condition, but they split it into two arguments. Okay, which is nothing but the range is nothing but the left hand side of the condition, criteria is the right hand side of the condition. In other words, you can say the range is the where of the condition. Okay, where do you want to look into? Okay, then the criteria is what do you want to look into. Okay, so for the range, where do you want to look into? I want to look into the marks. If you select the marks list, it will automatically pop up and show you marks. Okay, instead of you select here, you can straight away type in here. You put em, it will show you all the functions available as well as your defined name. Okay, so the checked ones are user defined names, so you select marks. So where do you want to look into? I want to look into the marks. So what do you want to look into? All the marks less than or equal to 20. Just nice. Then if this condition satisfies, these both arguments put together is one condition. If this is satisfied, then count. Which all the marks satisfying this condition, count. Okay, which is 4. Okay, then I drag the condition, the formula count if marks. Where do you want to look into? The marks. But what do you want to look into? All the marks less than or equal to 40. This time the bound is changing. Okay, very nice. Okay, 8. So this 8 includes this 4 also. Okay, now the count if marks less than or equal to 60. Again count if marks less than or equal to 80. Finally count if marks less than or equal to 100. So this one includes all the records, supposed to be all the records, which is 25 students. Okay, so each one is a subset of the next one. Okay, so the less than or equal to 20 is subset of 40, less than or equal to 40 is subset of 60, and so on. This finally this is the superset which is less than or equal to 100, which is all the 25 records. Okay, so this way you can create the cumulative distribution, and you can very well check when the last condition is 25. Okay, then you can also do the cumulative distribution similar like less than. You can also put greater than also. Okay, greater than the lower bounds, you can say greater than 1 mark, greater than or equal to 1 mark, then greater than or equal to 21 marks, greater than or equal to 41 marks, greater than or equal to 61 marks, and greater than or equal to 81 marks. Okay, then the greater than or equal to 1 mark will have the full total number of records. Okay, then we can do it if you want to. Okay, this one, instead of less than, what we are going to do, greater than or equal to 1 mark. This is 21 marks, this is 41 marks, this is 61 marks, and 81 marks. Okay, so this one is supposed to be greater than or equal to 1. Is supposed to be greater than or equal to 21, supposed to be greater than or equal to 41, greater than or equal to 61, this is greater than or equal to 81. Okay, you can see it is in the reverse order. Okay, usually people place the cumulative in a reverse order: 81, 61, 41, 21 and 1. Okay, or if you see this order, you can see it this one grows and this one decreases. Okay, because the greater than or equal to 1 mark is all the records, 25 records. Okay, 20, this one's greater than or equal to 21 is leaving those 4 records in between. The you can see up to 20 is 4 records, right? We are leaving that 4 records. Okay, so this is the superset, this is a subset. Okay, again this is a subset. Now when you compare 21 and 41, 41 greater than or equal to 41 is a subset of the 21. Okay, so from 81 it's a smaller set, greater than or equal to 81 is smaller set, which is 6, then 61, 10, 17, 21 and 25. Okay, hope this video is helpful to you, and if you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel. The Alan Sam button is already there in the screen itself, and also please leave your comments and suggestions, and God bless you.